What is going on, everybody? My name is Noble, and in today's video we're going to be doing our attempt at a WreckFest review. Now, this is not a review. You guys know that I don't review games. There are much better writers and speakers out there that you can get your reviews from. However, I do like talking about games. So these are more my thoughts on WreckFest. Now, before we get started, I should let you guys know that I did get a code for this game to go ahead and stream it as well as review it. Once again, this is my version of a review, and I've been playing the game for about 4 or 5 days now. I was waiting for the patch, but we'll get into that a little bit later. And I guess we can go ahead and start off by just saying that I like racing games, though I haven't been playing them here in the recent past. I used to play a lot of Forza Horizon, and I was never the best, but my favorite thing to do was to watch replays of my failed attempts trying to drift around corners. That actually ended up turning into me actually enjoying watching the wrecks as I tried to drift around corners, and that was just kind of my favorite thing. And that's pretty much what WreckFest is. It's a combination of demolition derbies and oddball events along with circuit races, and I have to admit that I've actually been enjoying the game very much. So let's go ahead and start off with the gameplay. As I just mentioned, it's a demolition derby game mixed with races that you'd be more used to on closed tracks. The tracks are actually one of my favorite parts of the game. The lapped races have unique winding roads that have both asphalt and gravel, which actually make it a little bit more difficult for you to stay at the top of the pack. You actually have to plan out your moves and account for the changes in terrain, which I actually think is really cool. There's also obstacles that you can either avoid or use as jumps, or my favorite thing to do is to use them as stopping pylons so that you can push your opponents into them and just watch an explosion of parts and doors and metal just fly all over the place. And while some of the wrecks can be average at time, ranging from lost doors and broken bumpers, if you plan it correctly you can cause massive damage and send cars flying and flipping into the air. Once they come to a stop, you will have to avoid them on your next lap, or once again you can go ahead and use them as cannon fodder to slow down other opponents in the race. It really is a lot of fun. As far as destruction derbies go, unfortunately destruction derbies are not as much fun as you would think using a controller. I would assume in real life destruction derbies would be a lot more fun. Luckily, you can choose when you want to go ahead and take part in destruction derbies, and they aren't very long, so you'll be able to knock them out easily enough. But I do think that my favorite thing in destruction derbies is simply watching the other drivers ragdoll as you knock them off their vehicles and possibly just running them over on accident. It looks hilarious and it is a lot of fun. Now, there's also some special events in this game, and special events are actually pretty cool. In special events, you're either racing for first as other vehicles try to slow you down, or you're simply driving in a really weird car, like this sofa car event, for example. This one was a lot of fun. It was really dumb, and I actually wrecked a couple of times and sent my own driver ragdolling across the asphalt. I thought it was pretty cool, had fun with it. There's other events like this as well that you guys should definitely go ahead and check out. As far as customization goes, you won't have any brands in a game like this, unfortunately. Licensing would cost the developer too much, and I'm pretty sure that companies like Honda and Mercedes don't want to see their cars torn to bits. So instead, we have no-name cars that look similar to some cars you might know. Whenever you head to a garage, you can get a few upgrades. Your options come in the form of performance, which will help things like acceleration, top speed, and strengthening your car. Armor, which will make your car much stronger and able to withstand more damage, but will also slow your car down, so you have to be sure to make mods to the engine as needed. And last, you have visuals, so that you can go ahead and make your car your own. Unfortunately, the visuals don't add up too much, but I guess that's not really that big a deal since you're gonna wreck everything you put on it anyways. On top of that, you can also go ahead and head on over to the paint shop to kind of customize your car. Again, there aren't very many options, but whenever you're guaranteed to wreck your car, or at the very least scratch it to hell, I guess how it looks doesn't really matter as long as you finish the race. And there are plenty of races to race during the campaign. I'm only about halfway through, but I definitely intend on going back and continuing, trying to see if I can actually get through all of them. I had mentioned the patch a little bit earlier, and I did want to mention that I did have some issues with the game. While I really do enjoy the game, I did have a few issues that I kept seeing before the patch actually came out. Now, the main issues that I had were long loading times, weird pixels where they should have been none on some of the menu screens, and hilariously bad character rigging and clipping after a race was done. You guys can see some of that right here. Luckily, they do seem to have sent out a patch, as I had to update my game before I started this video, and the character models now look and act normal after races, and I no longer see those weird pixels on any of the menus anymore. However, load times are still an issue. While it's not bad once you get into a race menu, or whenever you want to quit a race and restart, you can actually go ahead and do that instantly. Trying to get from one race to another can seem like the loading screens take forever. Now, as far as online goes, unfortunately I can't speak too much to the online aspect of the game. I didn't really play it much and I don't intend to. I really wanted this game for the challenge and fun of being able to race and wreck anyone in my way, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going through the campaign and I'm just having fun trying to get through each one of the races. Now, as far as a score goes for this game, like I said, I don't review games, I don't give out scores. I think scores are really dumb. What I would have to say is that if you're looking for a challenging game where racing and wrecking are your main forms of entertainment, you should definitely go ahead and pick this game up. It's a lot of fun in my opinion, and with a price set at $40, it won't break the bank. So if you guys do want to pick up WreckFest is available right now on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. And I'd really like to know what you guys think. Is this a game for you, or maybe not so much? Either way, I would really love it if you guys would come by the stream. We're going to be streaming this weekend, and it would be really awesome if you guys could try to stop by and check it out if you want to see some of the game in action. With that said, guys, my name is Noble. This is WreckFest. I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to go ahead and jump back onto it right now. And I guess that's pretty much all I've got to say. If you guys have any questions or want to say anything about the game, leave those in the comments down below, and I will get to you as soon as I can. And as always, guys, we will see you on the next video.